Hi Team Prof Choice, we are here live with Tiany Schuster and we are at the Lakeside Rodeo. Tell us what's going on right now.
Well, this morning they're having the slack and I'll be the third runner out. It starts at 9 o'clock Pacific time and we're going to run showmance this morning and we're here with the herd. We have Hoosier Fame over there and Dash to Jones. And in the trailer, because we have very limited parking here, and as you see, we're on the curb, and on the other side of the trailer is a very busy road, but on the trailer is Born to Fame and Silver, so they're hanging out in there, and then we have these guys here. So I'm going to start brushing showmance and getting ready for slack this morning.
Tell us a little bit about its personality and what...
Well, showmance likes to see everything. Right now they're driving by with some kind of cart that's bouncing around. He's turned into quite a nice horse for us, and we've owned him probably about 6 months now. He's really excelled in the indoor pens and these outdoor pens. I was really worried that I wasn't going to have an outdoor horse, and so far so good, knock on wood. He's showed up for us and getting us a check just about every time. So hopefully today is going to be no different. I don't think he'll win it because I normally don't win, but I'm just a placer, so I hope to just place and grab another dollar as we go.
Go ahead and pen.
So he's awfully dirty. We stayed over at the roping grounds, the local roping club, the Sunbar Arena, and they were very kind to let us stay there this year, and I stayed there in 2013, and nice big pen. They stayed in the cow pens in the back, and a couple of them stayed in the arena. Got to ride Sandra and Lindley, which is Monty, the vice president of Professional Choice. That's his wife and daughter. We rode and had a good time. So we got to go to see the preliminary viewings of the tent sale with Professional Choice. There is stuff everywhere. If anybody has a chance to jump on a plane and get out here, I highly suggest you do it. What time does the tent sale start?
So Professional Choice is having a parking lot sale this weekend, and it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, starts today at noon. We also have an online sale going on as well, so for everyone who can't make it out to our headquarters in El Cajon, you can also shop online. So Tiany got to come over yesterday and see the sale and see all the awesome stuff.
Renee Bowling, you were saying you needed bell boots, get online. So she does some barrel races, and she says, I need those bell boots. What can I do to get them? So people, if you can't make it here, go online and score some goods.
Yes, that's another awesome, fun thing that's happening this weekend. So let's see. Oh, babe.
Looks me, I like brush his head. So the slack starts in a little bit. We can't get in the arena to ride this morning because the news crew is here. They're doing local interviews. Oh, there goes a load of hay. So that goes to the hay guy, who's just up at the end of the street here. And I called them, and they're going to bring me some hay here in a little bit because I have run out of my premium Alfalfa Express hay. So now I'm going to have to buy some hay from the hay guy. So Trevor, don't be mad, I'm cheating on you. So they're doing the TV live news broadcast this morning, and they have the ropers and some of the locals here as well, doing demonstrations of different events. All the profits go to the children here, and from what I was told, this is one of the largest not-for-profit rodeos and contributes close to $100,000 a year to the children of the community just generated from the rodeo. So it's a really good
awesome
cause for what it does.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway, so if anybody has any questions, and if anybody's got anything, we're here today.
Emma wants to know, how long have you been barrel racing for?
I've been riding horses forever, and I bought my first barrel horse out of a kill pen, and it was $750, and I was 14. And since I'm only like 22 now, that hasn't been very long. but no, really, I'm 40, so a long time. I'll be 40 this year, so yeah, almost like 36 years, right? Is that math right? I'm not very good at math. All I know is like 15 seconds, 16 seconds.
Forever.
But I bought my first good horse when I was like 18 or 19, and I bought it from Angela Richardson, and it was a pain horse that come through Cheryl and Savoy Rosser, and they work with the Josie Ranch, and his name was Willie B. Bright, and he was a really nice horse, and he taught me a whole lot. He would like run off in the back though, so I learned how to ride a runaway, but he was a working dude.
Oh, that's awesome. Not everyone can do that.
So, but yeah, 40 years old now, and finally getting to be where everybody wants to be. So for all the younger people that have early success, man, kudos to you. I really had to work for it, and was a futurity rider for a long time, and I think it was all those bad horses that helped me become a better rider to ride these good horses.
Awesome. So we are at the Lakeside Rodeo. It's about 7:30 a.m. in the morning. If you don't know where Lakeside is, it's in Southern California. And
it's to San Diego?
Yep. Right outside of San Diego. And we were just getting ready for the slack this morning. Why don't we go for a little tour?
Yes. So
let's talk about the horses one more time. Who's this again?
This is Showman's.
Showman.
And he came from Christine Lawless in Oklahoma. And this is Hoosier Fame. And he's probably won about $500,000. And Troy Crumrine campaigned him in his futurity years. Then Felicia Taylor bought him, and we got him from Felicia, probably 5 years ago now, but he's just like the king of the castle. And anyway, he's
sleeping.
Yeah, he looks very stressed. And then this is Dash to Jones. He's probably the only horse that we have that can outrun Hoosier. He's tired as well, as you see. It's a very stressful life here. Jones is probably the happiest horse on the trailer. He just is happy about everything. Jesse Childs trained him, and Cody Bowserman campaigned him. He won the consolation race at Fort Smith. And I don't know, he's just really fast. He used to have the arena record at the Cowtown Arena at Fort Worth, the historic rodeo grounds there. And he also holds the arena record at NRS, and every time they set the arena record at Diamond T in Denton, Texas, he is right behind it. So the arena record used to be an 010, and he had an 011, and now it's a 9, and he has a 006. So Jones is pretty fast.
He's got his water bucket.
Oh, he probably needs more water. And then in here, this is the big rig everybody always wants to see.
Oh, hello there.
So that's Silver. And he comes from Jane Melby, and Larry and Tammy Foxworthy trained him. And above Silver is the car. So I don't know if you can see the car. So when you're traveling in this big rig, it's kind of hard to unhook and get around. So there's a little Mazda Miata sized car that comes down on the lift rack.
Wow.
And
that's awesome.
So Edwin had to fly to Seattle for business, so we took the car down, and he took the car to the airport, and I didn't have to drive him, and then he could drive himself back. So anyway, so this is Silver. But Silver won the Patriot with Jane Melby, and I won several pro rodeos on him last year. And we gave him the winter off, and now I'm just kind of getting him legged back up, and he's waiting his turn to have a race.
What's his favorite thing to do on his off time?
Probably eat like me. Silver's pretty laid back. He doesn't mind things. He's pretty happy to just be wherever you are. He's real friendly, likes to eat treats. And
do you have any bad habits?
He doesn't like you to touch that ear. Like sometimes when you put the bridle on, you can touch it, and then sometimes he just wants no part of it. So you have to unbuckle the bridle, and but sometimes, see, like today, that's about his only big problem. And but he hit the fence several months ago, and it's still healing up. And so that was another reason I brought him with me, so I could doctor it. And it's almost healed, but he had a huge hematoma, and it was bruised all the way down to the sternum, and he spent 2 weeks in like ICU, and he had to get a bunch of medical care. So I feel safer with him with me, because then I know that he's getting proper attention, and I can clean it every day. And that hole is almost healed, but it's healing from the inside out. But they had it like all open, and they did a good job there at the vet clinic. So I was really grateful that they saved his life, because he kept running fever, and I'm not so sure he would have made it otherwise.
Oh, that's such a good story.
And then over here we got another one.
Oh, we got one more, people.
This is it. You don't get squashed by a car. And then this horse is Edwin's favorite horse, Born to Fame. And Paul Humphrey and Stacy Gates, which is his sister, they had him, and he's got a phenomenal mother named Leavin Lucille, and she won a lot of stuff with Ryan Lovelaw. And anyway, this is just a great horse, and I carried him with me down to the circuit finals in Florida, and I stopped at a jackpot along the way, and I won the jackpot. And the arena record, I think, is a 6, and he ran a 7, and so I was pretty tickled, because that was the first jackpot I finally won on him. You know, Edwin sets arena records on him all the time, and I don't know, I always kind of seem to struggle to get him to clock. But Edwin just thinks he's the best horse that we have. Always works very nice. So he's just Mr. Honest and solid and consistent, and no problem at all. Just not a troublemaker. Just easy. And then you can still see the car up above him.
Oh, and then we got a car right there. This trailer is loaded.
I know, you have everything. And it's pretty user friendly, because like with the fenders right here, I can store all my panels, and it makes them easy to get to. Where some trailers, you know, the panels are on top, and I mean, this one's clearly too obviously, it's just too tall to get on top. It would be taking out bridges. But it's just nice, because I can load them and unload them by myself, and I don't have to have someone
that's awesome.
pass them to me. So, but I'll give you a tour of the truck.
Yeah, let's see what's inside. Look at this thing. Wow.
So because we're on the road, I don't have the slide outs out, because with my luck, somebody would hit them.
So tell me a little bit about this rig. How big are we talking?
So the truck, I think the box is 10 foot. The whole trailer is 75 foot from front of the nose to the back of the trailer. The trailer is 53 foot. Oops, let me the truck first. So this is the truck. So if somebody comes with us, they have a place to stay. Or, you know, if somebody needs their own private space, they can get away. Edwin likes to work out going down the road. So when you're in the truck for 13 hours or whatever, he can
some cardio.
Recapture time. So I generally do the driving. His driving scares me, but don't tell him I said that. And but Outback Conversions in Oklahoma City did this, and it's a registered motorhome because it has the bed, the refrigerator, the microwave, and in here, and this is my favorite part, it has a bathroom, and everything is all contained.
So, shower.
Yeah, it's a shower, and it like you can just hose everything down, and everything cleans up well, and that's what I needed. I just wanted to be able to clean everything, even though it's a little dirty in here. There's just a lot of dust in the western United States, I find. So I'm constantly sweeping. And the TV's right above your head. The TV folds down. And what else? The generator's on board in the truck, so it runs off the fuel tanks of the truck, so you don't have to run and fill up the fuel gas cans and fill up the generator. And
oh, there's the TV.
Yeah, it just kind of folds down. And so yeah, it makes it really easy. You don't have to stop for bathroom breaks. You know, somebody's gotta go. You know, you just keep it driving. And so anyway, this is the truck.
What's the longest road trip you've taken?
Well, I drove from the house to Logandale just here the other day, and I think I was on the road 26 or 27 hours, and I pulled over like at a rest area, and I slept for 3 hours or something. I just kept trucking because I was by myself and I had the horses, and I didn't want to unload them. Because with the box stalls, the trailer, with it, the way it's set up, you know, they had plenty of room, and I felt that it was safer for me not to stop and a horse get loose or something, and I just wanted to get there. And with the air ride on the trailer, it just rides really good. And so I just pulled over, unfolded the couch, and took me a little power nap, and just kept it going. Lots of coffee. And we have 5-hour energies. They're like stashed here. This is a critical
emergency stash.
Yes, you have to have these to keep pushing on. But the minute I get tired, man, I'm stopping. I'm not one of these people that, if I think I'm getting a little bit sleepy, I'm like a vampire. When the sun comes up, I go down. So when it starts getting daylight, I gotta stop. But I can drive all night. It's easy for me to do that. But at about 5 a.m., it's over. So I just pull over, go sleep, start over. So anyway, I'll show you the trailer. Edwin's in the bed sleeping still. Oops. So I don't have the slides out, but all this opens up, and then this is the dinette, and this is Edwin's office, and he's got his printer so he can do his work. And anyway, he just lives right here. And I have this one open partially. Alright, that's all the light I got. It's still dark in here.
Oh, looks good.
So everything's still kind of packed up because we just pulled in for Lakeside, and then we're gonna run, and then we're gonna book it to Clovis. I heard parking's kind of tight at Clovis, so we need to try to be in the race to get there. So I think they're gonna park us in the back with the stock contractors' trailers or somewhere, or maybe on the side of the mountain. I'm not real sure. So this used to be like a desk work area, and now it's kind of a catch-all. And then you have a couch, and there's a real couch out of a house. And it's nice because it folds out to a real bed. But when all this opens up, it's just huge. Like you can have a dance party in here. And then you have your bathroom, and your shower's over there.
Nice.
So this is the Grand Hacienda going down the road.
What's your favorite part in the house to be at?
Getting in the bed. Got a really good Tempur-Pedic bed in there, and I know by the time I get in the bed, I have a shower. I'm not dusty anymore. I'm not dirty. I can relax. So generally, I'll just get in there and play on Facebook, see what's for sale on the Professional Choice website. Just, you know, I just like to get in bed and just relax.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, let's kind of go to your tack room and see kind of what you're using on the horses. And see what we're going to use today and what you're using every day in your riding.
All right, let's go. That's how you get in.
So you ever have a hard time parking this thing?
No, it drives really easy because of the axle placement. You just have to be careful because the axles are far forward, so if you turn really sharp, you'll have that school bus effect and you'll swing in the back. So you don't want to clip anybody if you're parked too close. It's really easy. I can get in a Taco Bell parking lot, no problem. I just can't go through the drive-thru. Just a little too tall. So I'm going to start tacking him up and getting him ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let me finish knocking some of the dust off. And I think we got most of it.
Oh, with course left.
It's almost all healed up.
Oh no, what happened?
Oh, him and another horse had a disagreement.
Ah,
I really don't know what happened because I wasn't there to see it. There's just a commotion and that's where we are. So, of course, we use the Professional's Choice pad. He's not gonna let you see it, but this is his pad. It's an older pad, but we're kind of working on getting some more of these put together for the goofy little Brazilian saddles that we use. But it works for us, and of course, a Professional's Choice. These are the saddles that we use. They come from Brazil. They weigh like, I don't know, 12 to 14 pounds with about 12 pounds without the girth and stirrups and about 14 with the girth and stirrups.
so cute and small.
They're not very pretty to look at, but they don't lean on it. But they do have a real tree, and I don't know, it's a speed event, so it's just like a racehorse. The lighter is better, and anyway, it might not be for everybody, but it works for me. And so this is what we're using. And the thing I like about it is they don't, everybody asks, well, how do they fit on a horse? Well, they don't fit on a horse. The way they rig up from the front and the back, they just kind of, they set on a horse, and then, so when you cinch it, with your Professional's Choice cinch, of course, if you notice, it just kind of like pulls down, and it just sits there. And so all these saddles, people worry about how wide they are, or how they fit, or how, you know, is it gonna set on my horse? Well, this just sits there, and because it pulls from here to here, it just like sucks down on these lumbar regions. And when you pull it, I always tell people, if you can find somebody that has one, you know, if you can get to put it on your horse, you'll see. It doesn't matter if they're wide or narrow, they just kind of sit there and they don't move, they just are there. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, it's nothing fancy, it's just almost too simple, and it just works. I don't know how to explain it.
He sure seems to like it.
And then we have our Professional's Choice boots and bell boots. And then we have to have a matching pair. And I always try to keep them clean because I like white. Some people like fancy colors. I'm kind of plain and simple, and I always thought white just looked really clean and professional. So most of the time I use white, and I have a couple horses I use black on, but I just like white. Something forever doing laundry. And some of the boots I have, I couldn't even tell you how old, and they're still white, but I try to wash them all the time. Like, I promise you this boot is really old, but it has been washed and washed and washed and washed.
What do you do when you wash them? How do you wash them?
I don't know, just regular. I don't put bleach. I find it when I put bleach, it takes the white out, and maybe I'm using the wrong bleach. But I don't use them without washing them. I might use them twice, but I try not to let the stain set in. It's just kind of like your shirts or your jeans. So you just try to get them washed and get that stuff out.
You just throw them in the washer and line dry?
I throw them in the dryer too, because I find for me, the dryer kind of gets any loose dirt out. It just kind of like tumbles them, but I don't put them on a high heat. I just put them on like a no heat or very low heat for like 10 minutes just to toss them around. And knock on wood, it's been working.
The tips and tricks of a barrel racer.
I don't know. Lacey Donegan said something the other day. I think she said they were some kind of white, ultra bright, keep white, stay white, something she was using on hers, and I wanted to try that. And she said it kept them really white and bright bright light or something, and it just kept it going. I always try to keep it where I always have a left and a right. Some people don't care. It's just a little pet peeve of mine. I always try to keep my bell boots in proper order with the Velcro going each way the way it should. Now I have to find two matching.
Johnny wants to know, what is your greatest accomplishments?
Driving this truck, probably. The first time I drove the truck, I'm telling you, I probably had the most upset stomach, and my knuckles were white, and everyone's like, here, you're gonna drive, and I was so tense and tight. I think I tied up like a horse, and I was just a nervous wreck. But as far as competition wise, this whole year, it's just been a fairy tale, and I don't think I've ever really won anything big this year. But it's just, I mean, just look at it. It's just setting these records has just been so fun, and it's not even about the money. It's like I never would have dreamed that I could have done it, and it's still happening, and I just keep waiting to wake up. And I've had so many bad things happen with horses over the years. Horses, getting hurt. Horses, just having bad outcomes from surgeries, and everything's going well. So I just know that it can be over any second, and so I'm trying to keep the horses healthy and myself healthy.
Awesome. Give us a little overview of this year and like what's been going on for people who haven't been following.
Okay, so this year, last year just kind of sucked, and I had a horse. He fractured a bone in his hock, and we found it by mistake. He had bruised the foot and the two bones, the first bone and the second bone in the foot and the ankle, or pastured. And when we were looking at that, we discovered he had a broken bone in his hock, but we suspected he'd been there for quite some time. So we kind of stopped, and we went home and regrouped. And this year we started out with a plan, and we started going to every little rodeo that mattered and counted, and we didn't waste any runs on stuff that wasn't important. And now we have $121,000 won, and we have set more records for high money winnings, like every week, every month, for the last several months. And it started, I think, at the end of Fort Worth, which was in January, and we won a couple like longos, like the San Angelo longo, and some champions challenges, but they weren't major wins. Like Cassie Mowry won Houston, and she won $60,000. I won $3,500 at Houston, and I mean, comparing those two, I mean, there's no bragging here. But I won the short go at Fort Worth, which was monumental for me, but it wasn't huge $60,000 money. But everywhere I've gone, I've just consistently been trying to get these checks to add up all this money. And at Red Bluff, Stevie Hillman, she won it, I was second. And I'm okay with that, because it's all this little money that adds up at the end of the day that helps you to get that world championship title.
Amen. Woo!
So, I don't know. So even if the horses get hurt now, we've qualified for the NFR. I'll be the first person to ever qualify for the NFR coming out of the winter rodeos, be it a guy or a girl. Even now, I have more money than the guys or girls, and I think even the all around for the guys who are working for events, I think I have more money than them. So
that's awesome. It's such a good story, and the year started out so well. So we're excited to follow you through to the NFR and see what happens.
Oh, we're gonna be there. I don't know what's gonna happen from today till then, but even if everything goes south, we're gonna be there.
Awesome. So what we got next?
I'm gonna get my boots on and
Gonna get the boots on.
so these are SMB3s. This is just my preference. I like the largest. I have big horses. For me, the SMB3s, they just seem to fit my horses. The contour and the shape works for me. They don't push up on my horse. I like these over the classic equines because sometimes the classic equines will bunch in this area when I pull them tight. And I just kind of always use this. So as you can see, these are largest.
Mena wants to know, how long do you spend grooming before a day in the ring?
I'm lazy, not very long. What did I do, like 5 minutes? I roach all my horses' manes, so I don't have a lot of mane to brush or braid, so that doesn't take long. I normally don't brush out tails because it tends to pull out the tail hairs. Now, if the tails are dirty or full of a bunch of junk or nasty, I'll put some show sheen in them and then brush them out. It always seems if I do a lot of grooming that I look too good and then I do bad. So if I don't put on lipstick or if I don't trim my horse's whiskers, we tend to do a little bit better because I don't know, it's just the way the stars align and the mechanics of the world. So if I look good, then we'll not do very good. But I try to get all the dirt off. But the main thing, it really saves on time. Everybody laughs about it and picks on me. But when you have like 6 horses and you gotta get ready, this saves a lot of time. And then you don't get your hands caught up in the hair when you're competing. You don't end up with a braid instead of reins. There's nothing there to catch or grab, and it just stays out the way. So whenever we shoe horses, generally we'll get the clippers out, and if somebody needs a haircut, they get it then. So he's got some sunburn on his nose from the dust and the sun here.
We got another gal who wants to know, how do you prepare your horses? What kind of exercises do you do, like before you run?
So on him, I'm just gonna get on him and just loosen him up and lope some circles in each direction. But at home during the week, we just do a lot of slow work. I trot up to the barrel, set him at the first, walk around. Just try to keep him soft and his mind right. And this guy here, Hoosier, we don't try to do a whole lot, nothing except keep him fit. And he just gets so strong and stuff, so we do a lot of trail riding and just keep things soft and easy. And Jones, same with him. It's these good horses, you don't have to do a lot of training, you just have to keep them fit and relaxed. No, Silver, he's getting more barrel work because I'm trying to get all of his ligaments stretched back out and everything moving again. And with his chest injury, the more he can move around, the better he feels.
Awesome. Sandy wants to know if you have like a certain amount of time you lope around or if it's just more of a feel.
It's more of a feel until they break a sweat. You know, I try to do shorter type workouts where it's kind of higher intensity aerobic training. I don't want to be on a horse for an hour, and they probably don't want me to be on their back for an hour. So I'd rather do really intense, shorter 15-minute workouts, because that's what we do. We do short sprints. We don't do long endurance riding. So I just get on it, get it done, high intensity. It's just like cardiovascular, boom, and it's over with. And I think they're happier too at the end of the day.
Awesome. Well, I think that is all that we have time for. Thank you so much for letting us come see
I appreciate it.
your event. Stay tuned, everyone. She's competing this weekend. We'll post results. And last but not least, if you're wanting some new PC products, we've got our sale going on this weekend, our annual sale, where we've got up to 75% off on a lot of our products. So we're having that if you're in Southern California at our El Cajon headquarters, and we also have it going online. So check it out, profchoice.com. Look under the clearance page and you will see everything that we have going on sale right now.
And Professional's Choice has the new ceramic wraps, which are comparable to the back on track.
Yeah,
so
Theramics.
everybody needs to check those out too.
Yeah, do you have a pair on you?
Yes,
Yes, if you haven't seen our new Theramic line, just launched this year, and they are
Damn, I'm all excited.
amazing.
So I just got these yesterday, and before I leave, they will be on the horse. We only haul 3 minutes from the rodeo grounds to here, so that's why they are not on. I just got them. These are the largest. I got large and mediums. But this is it.
Awesome. So tell me, what's your plan with these? How are you gonna use these?
I'm gonna use them in the trailer. I'm gonna use them in the concrete stalls. I'm gonna use them just as I'm gonna use those back on tracks. I like these the way they're quilted. I think they'll lay better in the tendon areas because they go up and down. I think they'll channel better when you wrap them around the legs. I don't know. It's just, I'm excited to try it. It's just new and exciting and adventurous.
Yep.
But these are them.
Comes apart for easy cleaning.
Yep.
And they're just a good all-around warm up and cool down product. Gets blood flow circulating, just warms those horses up for training, and also it's a great recovery product to help.
The other thing I like too is we have a little bit longer reach past the actual wrap here, so you'll reach down onto the pasterns and then you kind of like get up above the knee just a little bit, or the hock, whichever, if you're using them on the front or the back. But I like that I'm going to get some pastern coverage where my back on tracks were more like, I don't know if they shrunk or something, but these are definitely longer. There's no doubt about it.
Awesome.
So we'll see.
Awesome. Well, we'll keep you guys posted, and good luck this weekend.
And I appreciate it.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks.